Wyoming is a state that likes to innovate. We're a very progressive state. We were the first state to have a 100 gig backbone for its technology. And now we're very heavy in blockchain, so we're always moving fast. We're doing more and more education of our students in cybersecurity. We have several of the larger technology companies either looking at our community or already in our community. And our ability to have that gives us a bigger footprint for attackers. When it was Wyoming and we had 2 horses, nobody ever came by to bother us. But now we have a technology footprint and we have projects that we never had before. So I think going forward, we're going to have some really good ground to defeat attackers and to hunt on. I'm Jason Strobene. I'm the Deputy CISO for the State of Wyoming. When I started there 11 years ago, we didn't have a cybersecurity team at all. I was the only cybersecurity engineer, and I was under the firewall team. As we have progressed, we've since introduced a number of different tools, but most importantly, we're up to now 5 people doing cybersecurity for the state. Doing cybersecurity for a state entity is pretty unique because we do it for 127 different agencies in the state of Wyoming. Our health department is responsible for HIPAA data, and then we have PCI data, and we have other compliance needs. So every agency has its own specific business need, and we have to be able to protect all of them. When we started with CrowdStrike, the threat actors then weren't threat actors, they were malware actors. We didn't think of them as adversaries. We thought of them as people who were going to put malware on our computer, and that was pretty accurate back in the day. Then as they have improved, they've changed. They're not just trying to dump malware on us. They live off the land, they get in our systems. They're more skilled, and they attack differently than they did. In the beginning, we didn't have any visibility. We had a traditional antivirus. It was an old system, and it would take up all of your bandwidth on a computer for 45 minutes every day to scan. We couldn't do it after hours because the computer needed to be on. So we were going through this gyration of unhappy people and no visibility. We tested CrowdStrike, and CrowdStrike just hands down gave us the most visibility, as well as the agent is small, it's light, and it doesn't take any maintenance. It came on in response to a need for us to have a solution that we would not outgrow. We haven't been able to outrun our protection with CrowdStrike because we've been able to add new modules in. We've been able to increase our footprint with CrowdStrike. So it's not just an EDR, but we've been able to add in identity. We've been able to add in vulnerability scanning and bring all of those into that single pane of glass, which makes it accessible to our SOC as well as to our leadership. We find consolidation to be a really important thing that CrowdStrike allows us to do, because as we bring tools under one product, we can use fewer people to monitor it. We're not looking at 7 or 8 tools, and we can also get people used to what they should be seeing. I think one of the things that's really unique about working in the state government is that we have political change every 4 years. We have a potential for a change in leadership, potential for a change in mission. We could get a governor come in tomorrow and change the entire direction that the state goes. That's one of the reasons that we have relied so heavily on CrowdStrike, is it can pivot with us when we have to go from one mission to another. With CrowdStrike, we're not participating in the bureaucracy. We get the tools and we do the job. And what's fun about it is when our guys come in the morning, they want to do cybersecurity, they do like to catch the bad guy. We protect the state of Wyoming, and not just the state of Wyoming government, we protect the citizens, including our families. My wife's a business owner. She has data in the state's computer systems. We protect that. We protect their driver's licenses and their health data. So there's no one area of the state of Wyoming that we don't have a hand on protecting. Being able to protect the critical infrastructure, it's a good feeling at the end of the day, because we go home, we know that we did a good job. The state of Wyoming is still protected, and they're protected very well.